So if you follow pop culture, as I do, heavily, then you know there have been a lot of celebrity breakups. A lot of people have blamed like Venus is in retrograde or was in retrograde rather. Mercury just came out of retrograde. A lot of planets have been in retrograde. A lot of astral things have been going on. I'm an astral girly myself, so I can see the correlation, but that's not even what we're here to talk about. And I usually have notes for all of the podcasts that I record. I do not have any notes for this. I'm going to go straight off the dome. Something I feel so passionate about. So let's do this together and see what comes out of my mouth. So yesterday on my stories, last night I was talking about how Iman Shumpert and Tiana Taylor, yesterday it came out that they have been separated for a minute now. And they've been such a beloved couple for a lot of people. They've been together for a minute. Their first baby, she delivered the baby at home, and Iman like pulled it out of her, which is wild, right? So everyone's always loved their love story, and as do I. But they've been together for 10 years. They've been married for 7 years. They have 2 beautiful kids. And everyone on the internet is like freaking out. Now I get it because again, this is a big couple for the Black community, right? Especially for the younger Black community. People are shook. They're like, love is sorry. Love is dead. I have no hope in anything anymore. Wow, I can't believe like their marriage ended like this. Like what a failure, da da da, all these things. And it's so unfortunate to me that a 10-year relationship in any regard would be deemed as a failure. Unless I don't know, someone was abused or something. I just don't see, other than that, I can't really think of many instances where a 10-year relationship is a failure. For me, a failure is staying in situations that don't resonate with you anymore. That's one of my greatest fears, actually. And it makes me think about, when I was younger, I had that sentiment as well. I had this sentiment of, I'm going to have all the same friends forever. And when I meet a man, I'll be with him forever. And we'll be married and I'll be with him forever. And I don't know, I'll choose a career and I'll have that career forever, da da da. I don't know why or who sold us this forever dream. But I can relate to it because I used to have, and I think I was able to let go of this forever dream in 2020. In 2020, I had to release a friendship, a 20-year plus friendship with my best friend. Like wherever you saw her, you saw me, and vice versa, right? But that relationship ran its course. And that was my first true lesson that nothing is forever. I think the second being my brother dying, right? You grow up, especially your younger sibling, you think, oh, they'll be here forever. And it's like, no. There is no forever. There's the time that we have now and we can appreciate it. But I wouldn't deem my relationship with her a failure in any regard. Like that was the love of my life. You know what I mean? And I still have so much love for her. And it's so unfortunate to me because this notion of if it's not forever, it's a failure is why I've seen and I continue to see so many people stay in relationships or situations or jobs or cities or apartments or homes that no longer serve them because to release them would be deemed societally, at least externally, it will be deemed a failure. Fuck what they think about it, right? But externally, it will be deemed a failure. And so they must, in order to be successful, I gotta stay in this relationship. I gotta stay in this marriage. And that is so sad to me. Because over time, when I was younger, I still am known, but when I was younger especially, I was known for my machete. If I wanted to cut someone off, I'm cutting them off. Before, I personally don't necessarily like how I went about it because I would just, it's done, you won't hear from me again. Now I aspire to be more communicative and I am. I genuinely, I feel that now if I have an issue with someone, I do my best to communicate it several times. And if after a while nothing is being done about it, I'm not the type to just sit around and talk about it. I'm going to be communicative, but at the same time, we're not going to just talk something to death. We're not going to talk about the same issue for months on months on months. That's never been my vibe. Absolutely not. Because I wouldn't do that with myself. If I had an issue with something in my life and something with myself, I'm not going to sit here and just keep talking to myself about it. I'm going to put it in action to work toward whatever resolution I want. And that's the same with my relationships. And if I don't see that coming from the other person, then I'm out. That's something that I probably, honestly, I can't even see changing about myself. And it's something I really like about myself as well, because I know in my soul, in my gut, I have no doubt in my body. I know when it's time for me to go. And it's something that I guess I wish I could share with more people, because not just that I know when it's time to go, it's that it's all love. Like if I run into someone from my past that I maybe cut off, and I have, especially living back in Providence, I've run into quite a few of those people. Aside from one, everyone else, I approached them with love. I said, "Oh my God, how are you? Like, what's up? What's the vibe?" I hugged most of them. Some of them didn't want to hug me. Some of them don't fuck with me. I get it. I'd be pissed too if I cut me, or if I cut myself out of my life. I get it. I'm a vibe. I would want to be around me too. But some people, I get it. And I didn't always go about it in the best way in the past, so I can understand why some people wouldn't be receptive to me now, or wouldn't necessarily be excited to see me now. I get it. But for the most part, everyone has been, because legit, it is all love. And for me, like, let's take a relationship, for example. If I knew that I was with a man and our relationship no longer served me or him, because probably if it's not serving one person, it's probably not serving both, right? I feel that that's a loving decision to step away from that for both of us. Like, that's out of love and respect for myself, but also out of love and respect for him. I would want him to either thrive alone or be with a better match, be with someone who's more compatible for where he's at in his season. And that's the thing is, in an ideal world, we would all be able to change together, and we would change, our paths would be similar. They'd be in similar directions. We'd be able to change at the same speed. Wouldn't that be a dream? But that's not how shit works. It's not. And a part of loving someone is allowing them to grow at their own pace or in their own direction. And with that comes the possibility that you two are not going to grow at the same pace nor in the same directions. And that's okay. That's more than okay. That's expected. That's life. What are we here for? I hope if anything, we're here to change, and we're here to grow. And I think that's hard for some people. And also sometimes people don't change and they don't grow, and that's why they get cut too. Been there. Because also, if you're not evolving, then what the fuck are we here for? You feel me? What are we? And that's the other thing. It's like, this is a self-improvement, quote unquote, self-improvement podcast. So fuck I look like having people in my life that are just staying stagnant. I don't want that energy around me, and I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to shame you for that either. But I just can't have that energy around me. And that's not the direction that I'm moving in, and that's not the type of energy that I want as I evolve. And so, yeah, I guess my ask of you, my challenge for you, if you really want to get real, I'm going to do this too, actually, when I was going to say when I hang up, like I'm on the phone. When I sign off, I'm going to do this as well today. We can do it collectively. Is there something that you're holding on to because to release it would be deemed a failure? And by would be deemed a failure, really it's just you, right? Fuck the external, fuck other people. Who cares? Do they pay your bills? Even if they do, pay my bills. I welcome it. And I still probably won't care about your opinion, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to reflect on that too. So again, is it time to let something go? Have you been holding on to something, someone, a situation, a circumstance, because you feel if you let it go, it'll be a failure? If you have an answer and you're down to share it, I would love to hear it. You can find me across socials at Mindful Maven. That's Maven. Ideally, slide in my Instagram DMs. I would love to hear it. I'm going to reflect on it myself. If it's not too spicy, I'll come back and and share it with you. If you get a chance, please rate this, review it, share it with someone in your life, especially if there's someone in your life that you feel maybe needs to let something go, then please feel free to kindly share this with love. And until the next time, stay kind.